We're having problems with the audio portion of tonight's Warriors game. Please stand by. We expect to have the problem cleared up shortly. We're having problems with the audio portion of tonight's Warriors game. Please stand by. We expect to have the problem cleared up shortly.
He veers to the left and throws it away, intended for Ford on the baseline, out of bounds. So the Celtics turn it over. 2 turnovers now quickly for Boston. The Warriors in front by a pair. Gale forecourt. Carroll comes down to join the offense to post high. They go to King left side against the tight guard of Maxwell. King finds Williams low left. Williams faces up on Bird, guns it over him. Good. A 16-foot pull-up jumper. 10-6. Warriors lead, so they've come with 6 straight points here. Archibald forecourt, holds up the play sign right-handed, dribbling left-handed, beats Parrish, facing up outside the Bird. He'll take a 20-footer. 2. Bird gives you so much to think about. You can't drop off to protect on the drive because he'll hit that shot. You get up tight on him, he'll drive. You double team him, he will find the open man. Right side with the ball now. Here's Gale. Out to Williams on the right. Lobs one to King behind Maxwell. Has to leap for it, and it's contested out of bounds. Knocked by Maxwell. Warriors leading 10-8. They were down 6-4, ran 6 straight points. Then the Celtics came up with a hoop. Here's Free taking the pass out near the midcourt line. Free dribbles now with 8 seconds of the shot clock against Ford. Down the lane. There's Bird. Pulls up, shoots over him. Short on the iron. Bird gets the rebound. Out to Archibald, developing 4-on-3. He goes to the middle, feeds the right flank. Ford down the lane, dumps it up to Parrish, drops the ball, picks it up. Now out to Bird on the flank right. His pass broken up by Sam Williams. Quick hands. Bird trying to save it. Does with a body control slam off Williams and out of bounds. A welcome now to our San Francisco television audience, who were not able to be with us early because of technical difficulties, which now have been repaired. Outside, Ford with the ball, out on top to Archibald. Tiny with his dribble, getting a Parry screen. Now picked up. Out of the lane. Carroll made the switch all right, but he couldn't stay with a quick Archibald, who then missed the shot. They go underneath. 10-10, free left-hand pass left side to King. Sidearm pass to Williams on the post, drops it, picks it up, gives to King, slicing to the foul line and hitting with a 15-footer. 12-10, Warriors by 2. Archibald up the floor again, the little veteran, feeds over the right side angle of Maxwell, drives right to left in the lane, wheels it up to Parrish on a roll, to lay it in for 2. Maxwell making that play happen that time with Parrish rolling with perfect timing. Up the floor now comes Free on the right side, walking dribble. Carroll posting high. King trying to post up low.
We're having problems with the audio portion of tonight's Warriors game. Please stand by. We expect to have the problem cleared up shortly. We're having problems with the audio portion of tonight's Warriors game. Please stand by. We expect to have the problem cleared up shortly.
Key veers to the left and throws it away, intended for Ford on the baseline, out of bounds. So the Celtics turn it over. 2 turnovers now quickly for Boston. The Warriors in front by a pair. Gale forecourt. Court. Carroll comes down to join the offense to post high. They go to King left side against the tight guard of Maxwell. King finds Williams low left. Williams faces up on Bird, guns it over him. Good. A 16-foot pull-up jumper. 10-6. Warriors lead, so they've come with 6 straight points here. Archibald forecourt, holds up the play sign right-handed, dribbling left-handed, feeds Parrish, face side to Bird. He'll take the jumper, 20-footer. To think about, you can't drop off to protect on the drive because he'll hit that shot. You get up tight on him, he'll drive. You double team him, he will find the open man. Right side with the ball now, here's Gale. Out to Williams on the right. Lobs one to King behind Maxwell, has to leap for it, and it's contested out of bounds, knocked by Maxwell. Warriors leading 10-8. They were down 6-4, ran 6 straight points. Then the Celtics came up with a hoop. Here's Free taking the pass out near the midcourt line. Free dribbles now with 8 seconds of the shot clock against Ford. Down the lane, there's Bird, pulls up, shoots over him. Short on the iron. Bird gets the rebound. Out to Archibald, developing 4-on-3. He goes to the middle, feeds the right flank. Ford down the lane, dumps it up to Parrish, drops the ball, picks it up. Now out to Bird on the flank right. His pass broken up by Sam Williams. Quick hands. Bird does with a body control slam off Williams and out of bounds. Welcome now to our San Francisco television audience, who were not able to be with us early because of technical difficulties which now have been repaired. Outside, Ford with the ball, out on top to Archibald. Tiny with his dribble, getting a Parry screen. Now picked up. Out of the lane. Carroll made the switch all right, but he couldn't stay with a quick Archibald, who then missed the shot entirely going underneath. 10-10, free left-hand pass left side to King. Sidearm pass to Williams on the post, drops it, picks it up, gives to King, slicing to the foul line and hitting with a 15-footer. 12-10, Warriors by 2. Archibald up the floor again, the little veteran, feeds over the right side angle of Maxwell, drives right to left in the lane, wheels it off to Parrish on a roll to lay it in for 2. Maxwell making that play happen that time with Parrish rolling with perfect timing. Up the floor and out comes Free on the right side, walking dribble. Carroll posting high. King trying to post up low. Now they shuttle. Go to Gale laterally on the left. Gale goes to Carroll, but Parrish fronting him. Got a piece of it and a foul call. I believe it's a foul on Parrish. There's a timeout now called by Boston. We had 6:07 to go in the opening quarter, and it's all tied, 12-12. Tickets for the price of one in the $7 seats for Saturday, December 12th. That night, the Warriors meet the Kansas City Kings. This offer expires at the end of this telecast. Tickets must be picked up beginning November 30th through noon Friday, December 11th at the Oakland Coliseum Arena box office. Call 638-6000 right now. Orders taken for this game only, limit of 6 tickets. That date, December 12th. Warrior ball. Here's Gale into the forecourt now with a Free. Free out on top, looking for King. Steps out right side, takes it. King handling the ball now, goes to a dribble right to left into the lane, down the slot. Here comes Parrish, but his shot is partly blocked, and a foul is called on Maxwell. They say he rode him down the lane. Parrish got a piece of the ball as King got it up on the glass of the iron and goes to the line. Parrish was waiting for him all the way, but really didn't step out quite in time. He may have thought Maxwell was going to be able to handle him before he really made the final curl into the lane. The first shot by Bernard is good.
Warriors shot only 43% from the floor last night, but they were worse on the line at Washington, 41%. King's got them both down, and it's 14-12. Here's Archibald up the right side. Gale picking him up. Free, meantime, is guarding Ford. Bird comes off the screen, top of the key, deals it off to Archibald, right side. Now to Parrish, posting right of the lane. Dribbles once, double team, looks for a pass opportunity. Free steps in the lane, intercepts. Free now, midcourt, fires one to Sam. Williams filling the lane with an awesome dunk. Free with a 50-foot pass, and the Warriors lead 16-12. Adams feels that the Warriors, if they can rebound enough, can outrun the Celtics. Bird on the right side to Perry straight away. Outside to Bird, fakes, drives on King. He gets past him, pass broken up, comes off to Free. He's driving, Archibald after him, full spin all the way, scores! Free going down the floor that time as the Celtics tried to create a situation on a drive and drawing the defense to them and make the good pass, but the Warriors made the pickoff and the turnover turns into a hoop. Timeout Celtics, 5:11 to go here. First quarter, Warriors 18, Boston 12.
It may be true that we're running low on oil, but it's absolutely false that we're running
trying to create the situations that are so productive for this team, but the Warriors cut off the passing lane. It was Joe Barry Carroll and Sam Williams squeezing it to allow Free to get the interception and then make the full turn all the way down the floor, eluding the pursuit of Archibald. So with an 18-12 ball game now, the Warriors back on D, but leading by 6. Outside top of the key, it's Maxwell with the ball. Looking for Ford, trying to go inside Camp. They're going top to Perry. Right side angle, Archibald. Dribble drives right to left. Pass Gale down the lane. Carroll over the top to block it. Bird gets the rebound out to Ford. Jump shot left side. 21-footer doesn't go. Perry skies, rebounds, puts it back up, and it goes handed off the glass by Sam Williams. So the hoop goes to Perry. Sam, a tremendous jumper, but he hit it already after it was on the glass. Here's Gale into the forecourt with the ball. Right side now to Free. Looks for King coming across the baseline. Steps out, takes it right side angle. Williams shuttles into the post while King goes to dribble right to left. He's got daylight at the foul line for the jumper, and he hits it. Here's a long length of court pass by Bird, intended for Maxwell. Takes it, going to the hoop. Gale knocks the ball away. Comes off the glass in the hands of Williams. Midcourt to Free. Free top of the key. Pulls up, hangs in the air, wheels it over in the left side where it goes through the hands of Carroll into those of King. King dives for it as does Bird. Carroll picks up the loose ball. Warriors have it. Now to Gale on top. 9 seconds to go. Crossover drive beats Ford. Here's Carroll coming to the hoop, but his shot is blocked by Maxwell. Over is Bird with the ball. Up the floor to Archibald. Past Gale down the lane, in from the left. Lays it in for 2. 20-16. Here's a quick pass to Carroll. Fills the lane and scores as Bird flies a split second too late after him. 22-16. Archibald driving all the way. Nobody cuts him off. Lays it up too hard. Rebound taken by Williams. Now to Gale. Carroll's just getting up off the floor. Gale, foul line pull-up. And both clubs are crackling right now. 24-16. Archibald, head and shoulder fake. Reverse spin on Gale, who fouls him, trying for the desperation deflection from behind. Common foul. That's 14 fouls on the Warriors, and that puts them on the edge now of being in some difficulty. Bird will inbound. Bird ready to make the pass to Archibald. Right side angle, guarded by Gale. Feeds on top to Perry. Mounts past the left side angle to Ford. Ford set shot, one hand, in and out. Crash rebound, Bird. You're going to have to block him off. That's in the scouting report very prominently. You must seal off the Celtics on your own defensive board, their offensive board. Kevin McHale, 6'10", is in the ballgame at forward for Maxwell. The pass intercepted by Parrish. Contesting to the post. Now up to Archibald. Crazy legging down the floor, lays it in. Tumbling to the hardwood, but he's all right. And it's 24-20. Celtics now becoming more aggressive. Gale up the floor, walking dribble. McHale is guarding Bernard King. Bird is on Sam Williams and strips him of the ball. Makes the save. It's deflected. Sam gets it, drives, hangs, bank shot, 10-footer, no good. His own rebound, no good. Taken by Parrish. Out to Archibald, 4 and 3. He bullets one to Bird, left corner, fakes the three-pointer, fires to Archibald, fakes the shot, drives. Gale fouls him on the dribble drive. It'll be 1 and a penalty. That's 5 team fouls. Lorenzo Romar coming into the ballgame early now for the Warriors as the Celtics prepare to go to the line. Tonight's game is being brought to you by Toyota, who invites you to see all the 1982 Toyota cars and trucks at your local Toyota dealer. Oh, what a feeling to drive a Toyota. Archibald ready again. Gets it. 24-21 ball game. Warriors leading by 3. Romar, the second-year guard at 6'1", starting up the floor. Archibald meets him at half court. Warriors use a double stack low left right now while Archibald loops one to Free, gets behind Ford, but drops the ball in the lane, picked up by Parrish. Another turnover over to Archibald. Storming up the floor, 4 and 3, drops it up to Ford, bounce pass it in from the left for 2. A bounce pass to Ford for the layup. Here's a half-court pass. Bird nearly intercepts. Loose ball picked up by Free. A wild and woolly late first quarter with 2 minutes to go. Free now calls timeout as Adels is simmering a little bit. The game is getting a little bit out of control as far as the Warriors are concerned. What the Celtics are doing right now, of course, is disrupting the continuity and the flow of the Warrior offense, getting out in their running game. Again, you may say, well, why then does Adels say that he wants to run with the Celtics? He feels that the Warriors have better foot speed than the Celtics, but the Celtics exceptional drilling in their fast break, the ability to make maybe 2 passes sometimes to get the ball 2/3 of the way up the floor is something that they have in great abundance. Now, the Warriors were trying to beat the Celtics back down the floor with the long pass, but Bird hustled on that play to knock it backward and almost get a turnover again, but Free saved it from becoming one. One of the things that the Warriors have to worry about in the Boston running game, too, we haven't seen much of yet tonight, and that is they are inclined on occasion to release their big man, like a McHale or even a Parrish, or later on when he's in at center, a Rick Roby up the floor from their own defensive end and get out early to take any sort of a turnover or rebound outlet pass. Tonight's game is brought to you by Budweiser, the king of beers. Reach for that distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser. For all you do, this Bud's for you. 24-23, the Warriors on top by 1. There's Larry Smith coming into the ball game now. Mr. Mean for the Warriors. 14 rebounds last night, although the club was out rebounded by the Bullets, and some of Larry's came late in the game when the issue was decided. He will match up, or at least be guarded by Larry Bird. Sam Williams is at the other forward. King is out. McHale, 6'10", guarding the 6'8" Williams. Up on top, Free with the ball now. One-on-one with Ford. Foul line jumper. Ford blocked it. Free gets it back. Free dribbles. Puts a pass low baseline left to Carroll. Curls into the lane. One dribble and a hook. Good. Rattling around and in. Carroll with 4 hoops. That's as many points as he had all last night in Washington. Archibald court. The Warriors 3 in front. Tiny picks up the dribble. Goes now to Bird out high. Smith guarding. Top of the key to Parrish. Outside right. Archibald now to McHale. Low post on the right against Williams. Backs him up. Turns. Baseline jump shot. Around and off. Rebound Parrish. Back up with a hook. Good. He went over Larry Smith from outside. Parrish has 4 hoops for 8. So does Bird for the Celtics. Romar, top of the key. Looking for Free, but he's being overplayed and denied. Romar spinning. Archibald now clapping him that he had given up the dribble, so he has to go to Carroll outlet on the left side. Carroll had to come clear out. They're clear out of their normal offense. Carroll winds up handling the ball. 4 seconds in the timer. He'll shoot it, but he traveled. They totally disrupted the Warrior offense. Romar picked up his dribble way out too high. When he did that, suddenly Archibald was all over him, cutting off his passing lanes, and finally it was only Carroll who could get loose. Archibald left side. Out it goes to Ford. Looking into the post where Carroll is fronting Parrish. Now back to Archibald. Top of the key into Parrish down low. Parrish backs away with the dribble. He took 1 step too many. Robert looks quizzically at Lee Jones, who nods, yes, you did. 26-25. Unofficial turnover tally. 7 for Boston and 5 for the Warriors at this juncture. Warriors 3 brings it up against pressure by Ford. Free takes it to the left side. They clear out the whole side. He goes one-on-one. Archibald comes flying at him. The pass now to Romar. Picked up by Bird into the lane. Reverse spin. Bank shot. Around. No good. Tip no good by Smith. Wrestled off by Parrish. Out to Archibald. Running game again. Whips a pass and is broken up by Sam Williams. Into the hands of Free. Back down for a 3-on-1 to Carroll on the right. Fakes. Takes a big step and scores. He faked Archibald, who then just backed off. 28-25 Warriors. McHale, the #1 draft choice last year in that forward spot. He and Bird go down low on the right. Double stacking as Archibald comes across to the foul line. Bird steps out, takes the pass on the right, pitch fake, fall back, off balance jumper, over, around, no good. And high in the air as Sam Williams can take it off, but the Warriors can do nothing with it as the time expires in the first quarter. And at the end of the quarter here in Boston, Warriors 28 and the Bullets 25. Is making his center substitution now at the quarter, and this will be an important time in the ball game as Rick Roby, I believe, yes, he is getting up off the Celtic bench. So Ricky Brown at 6'10" and Rick Roby at 6'11" are going to be the opposing centers as these important changes are made here at the quarter mark. Boston has brought Gerald Henderson in at guard to replace Ford. Henderson sometimes plays the off guard, as he is now, and sometimes backs up Archibald as point guard. Rick Roby, 6'11" at center, flanked by McHale and Bird, with Archibald and Henderson in the backcourt. And the Warriors with Ricky Brown relieving Joe Barry Carroll now, who had 10 points. Brown at 6'10". Bird out on top, guarded by Williams. Top of the key to Roby, dribbles once, gives to Bird. Jumper straight away, 21 feet, perfect. And Bird has threaded it for 10 points now. 28-27 Warriors. Warriors, even though shooting only 43% last night, came in tonight still at a 52+% figure for the year. Third in the league in scoring. Celtics best in the league in defense, along with Phoenix. Sam Williams makes 2 full spins and dribbles, and then the ball knocked away by Henderson, picked up by Bird. Outlet to Archibald, spurts into the lane all the way. Flip shot, no good, intimidated, but a rebound tip up by Bird doesn't go. Roby rebounds, draw shot, good, and fouled, it counts. A left-hand scoop draw by Roby. Bird made the first outlet, and then Archibald spurted into the lane. Sam Williams nearly made him throw it completely off glass only, and the Warriors might have gotten the rebound, but as it caught a little bit of iron, Roby was able to get it, but misses his free throw, and the rebound is taken by Ricky Brown. 29-28, Celtics in front. Here's Romar all the way down the lane, out to Free for an open 15-footer that he misses. Rebound in the lane, taken by Smith. Left-hand return, no good. Chip, no good, Williams. Rebound, Roby. Outlet to Archibald, 2-on-1 to Bird. Back to Archibald, in from the left. Hammered by Romar, who didn't let him get the shot up, but did foul him in the actual act of shooting. That transition is what the Warriors have to really pay attention to here. Bird and Archibald were prepared to exchange the ball as often as they needed to, coming down. Tiny on the line. First shot around and in. Archibald now with 7 points for the night. And 8. And the Celtics lead by 3, 31-28. Now backcourt pressure by Archibald, but Ricky Brown is back to help out. Bird still on Sam Williams. McHale on Larry Smith. Brown being guarded by Roby. Brown plays a high post, takes it top of the key. Into Williams low, spins, dribbles to the left baseline, hits with a jump shot from 13 feet. Nice high release. Sam Williams hitting. Up the floor right side. Bird launches a bomb immediately and gets it. Bird from 22 feet. 33-30. And Larry now with 12 in the ball game. Romar with the ball between the circles. Looks to Williams, who has to try to go through because he's being fronted. Now steps out, takes it to the right side, then down low, goes to Free. Flips it underneath to Smith. Waiting, fake, spins, got a whistle, and what is it? Going to be a foul call on McHale. That'll be a common foul. Free comes out of the ball game, and Purvis Short is in. Short was one of the few bright spots in last night's ball game in D.C. Purvis feeds in now to Brown, facing up, dribbles left to right into the lane, hooks good over Roby, out of the lane. So the Warriors close it to 1, 33-32. Boston on top. Archibald to McHale, outside to Bird, head fake right, drives left, zigzag to the hoop, left-hand scoop, no good. Bounce, rebound, comes out to McHale near the right side. He dribbles hard toward the inside, shovels it back out to Bird, sets on a one-hander from three-point range, no good. The rebound batted around, taken by Romar off Smith. Romar up the floor, down the left side, gets by Archibald, leans in and scores. 34-33 Warriors, clear back up the floor. Henderson gets off a jumper after receiving a quick pass. It doesn't go. Brown with a rebound, back to Romar. Leads Short up the right side. One dribble, into the air he goes. Rainbow in and out. McHale gobbles it up. Two men contest to the outlet. Archibald got a 3-on-2 to McHale. Over to Bird, in from the right. Short, he chops for 2. Now there's the perfect example that we were talking about of the ball hardly touching the floor on a perfect fast break. Short on the right side. In it goes to Brown, high post. Brown holds the ball, deals out to Short. Then underneath to Smith, deflected by McHale. Brown can't hold on to it. Roby gets it, and we got a foul call in the back court. Not penalty time, so there'll be no shots on the foul line. Ricky Brown on a push. Sonny Parker coming into the ballgame now. Parker at 6'6" will replace Sam Williams, and this is going to be a really tough matchup because Sonny doesn't have the bulk of a Bird, nor does he have the height. He gives him 3 inches. You'll have to try to deny, which is the basic concept of what the Warriors want to do to Bird anyway, but they haven't really been able to do it that much. Bird in the left corner, the ball bounced right off his arm into the hands of Short. It's knocked away by Henderson. A pile up. Bird wrestles it loose over to Roby, who drives to the hoop and misses on a too-hard layup with the left hand. Rebound is out of bounds. It hit the backboard framework, and it'll be a Boston ball. 35-34, Celtics leading. They are 5-1 on this home court, 6-1 in home games overall. The other victory being at Hartford, where they play a few home games. In it comes now to Archibald, left side angle against Romar. Double stack left of the key. Archibald stands there pounding the dribble, popping out. Bird takes it on the left, looks for McHale, low posting. Goes instead on top to the high post. Roby back to Bird. In on the triangle, low to McHale. Turnaround jump, hook, good. 5-footer. 37-34. Romar back up for the Warriors now. Romar starts toward the right, feeds to Parker. Not a lot of scoring punch in this lineup. Here's a pass down low to Brown. Beautiful pass return to Parker, who is fouled on a layup that doesn't go. Nice give and go that time. Good drop-off pass by Brown. McHale picked up the foul as Parker gave it up and cut. Bird turned his head and wasn't sure where Parker was, and he took advantage of that defensive lapse by Bird. Archibald comes out of the ball game, and Bradley is in the game now, one of their young rookies. Bradley, a number 2 draft choice, number 1 draft choice. Tracy Jackson is a number 2. Parker's both shots down, and it's now 37-36 Boston. Charles Bradley is Dudley Bradley's younger brother, 6'5", out of Wyoming. Here's the pass to McHale, gets behind Larry Smith running, but over the top. Brown blocks his would-be layup out of bounds. Ricky that time alert to what was happening, even though he was on the weak side. Inbound pass now comes to Henderson, right side. Gerald Henderson signed as a free agent a couple of years ago. Good speed. Starts a dribble toward the top of the key. Now to Roby on a roll. His shot is blocked by Smith. Roby picks it up, scoops it. He's fouled by Brown. And he'll be on the line. Warriors have had some good shot blocking sequences in recent games, you may remember. Tonight's game is being brought to you by RCA and your Northern California and Western Nevada RCA dealers. Here's Roby on the foul line. Warriors had a sequence of 2 games last week in which they blocked 22 shots in the 2 games. Roby hitting his first free throw. He has been having trouble. That's why the fans cheered. Misses badly. And the rebound is off Brown, who moves it out of bounds. He and Smith interfered with each other. Those are costly, especially here in the Garden against the defending champions. That man knows it, Al Adels, more than anybody right now. Henderson ready to inbound. Stepping out, Roby takes it in the corner. Brings a dribble out on the side, looks to McHale. They're sinking in on him, so he goes back to Henderson on the point. Henderson top of the key, swing it over to Bird on the right. Then down low it goes for a turnaround jumper by Bradley. That's no good. Rebound kept alive by Brown, taken by McHale. Falling back, shot no good. Loose ball foul. That may be Bradley. It is. Charles Bradley. Bradley has played in 10 games, total of 84 minutes this year. Romar into the forecourt with the ball now. Right side pass goes to Parker. Guarded by Bird, feeds to Brown on a roll, but he drops the ball. Loose, picked up by Parker, spins it up and in. A twisting fallback out of the lane. Brown made a very graceful whirl for the hoop and left the ball. Warriors now tied it up at 38 all. Right side, Bird with the ball, while Roby high post. Down they go on top to McHale. McHale gives it to Henderson, rises for a jumper, short of the iron. Rebound out front, taken by Romar, comes up dribbling. Possible 3-on-2. Romar into the lane all the way, draw shot, he's fouled. Parker got hit. Parker is hurt. He was going up the floor, bending over. He got hit in the right arm, I think, in the crazy bone. Dick D'Oliva giving him some first aid right now. We have a timeout call with the Warriors due to be on the line. At 6:58 to go in the second quarter, Celtics and the Warriors, 38. Call 638-6000 and do it right now. You can catch a one-time only TV offer. Order 2 tickets for the price of 1 and the $7 seats. That's for the game Saturday, December 12th. The Warriors, the Kansas City Kings at the Coliseum Arena. The offer expires at the end of tonight's telecast. Tickets must be picked up beginning November 30th through noon Friday, December 11th at the Coliseum Arena box office. So call 638-6000 now. Orders taken this game only, limit of 6 tickets. 2 for 1 and the $7 seats. Romar's first shot is good, and the Warriors unlock the score at 39-38. Bird remains in for the Celtics, the only starter who has not thus far had a rest. Bird has 14 points on 7 hoops. Romar makes another, and it's 40-38 Warriors. Up the floor now comes Henderson, the little guard. Bounces one into the post, broken up by Smith, and picked up by Romar and short. Romar up the floor now, another turnover. Romar quickly into the lane, skips to a stop, bounce one to Parker at the right side angle. Lobs one to Smith, rolling underneath, goes up. McHale with a great shot block. He leads the league in that category. Comes off now to Henderson. Henderson top of the key to the foul line. Up he goes, daylight, jumper, round and out. Rebound, out of bounds, off Brown. Celtic ball. McHale playing only 24 minutes a game on the average, leads the entire league in shot blocks with an average of 3 a game. Now to Bird in the traffic left baseline, double team, muscles a pass out and walks. Somehow he managed to get that pass through, but he'd taken the extra step. Here's a pass now to Larry Smith, some backcourt pressure from the guards, gives the ball to Romar with a quick lateral pass. Romar up the left side, takes it hard on Henderson. The baseline rises quickly and hits on a 10-footer. Romar has come on for 6 points. And the Warriors lead by 4. Henderson scoots into the forecourt, peers to the right. Romar trying to stay with him. Henderson turns his back. Now to the baseline, hesitates, leans in off balance, stretch shot, air ball, terrible shot selection. McHale gets it. This is a turnaround 15-footer, and the rebound is Smith. Now up to Romar, left side, heads to the middle, comes across to the right, taking the circle, backs away, snaps it over to Parker. One bounce dribble, heels it up the left side angle to Short. Short for the one bounce, a fake. Man doesn't go for it, it's Bradley. Feeds down to Parker, off the mark from the baseline left, skidding up the iron. The outlet from McHale to Henderson, the Bird filling the lane, lays it in. The ball didn't touch the floor. 42-40. Poetry in motion on that break. 16 points in the ball game for Bird. Dribble drive by Parker behind the back, zigzags into the lane, out of control for a moment, now stopped. Bounce went into the post. Larry Smith now turns, shoots it up short, a 5-footer that went 4, the rebound short, rounded in on a 10-footer at the edge of the lane left. 44-40. Short's first basket. Celtics, Henderson on the left side. Backs away from Romar, now he's guarding. 5:10 to go in the second quarter. Maxwell getting up to come back in the game shortly. They're spending plenty of time right now. Coming off a low screen. Bradley's not open. Bird has it. Fakes. Parker drives. Has a step. Shovel shot. No good. He's tunneled. No foul. McHale rebounds and hooks it in. Kevin McHale with his first score. Second score of the night. 4 points. Pass now to Brown. Drives on Roby. Draws traffic. Roby fouls him and blocking the shot. And Ricky Brown will go on the line for the Warriors. First quarter, here's Bird going out of the game for the first time tonight, so he has played the first 17-plus minutes. Indiana leading Cleveland 31-21 at the quarter tonight. The Lakers later tonight will be going for their 9th straight win at San Antonio. Spurs, a team whose 7-game winning streak was ended by the Lakers last week in L.A. Shot number 1 is good by Ricky. Remember, the Warriors will be in Milwaukee for the next game of this trip on Friday night. Airtime 5:45 on radio with the simulcast beginning at 6. Larry Bird sitting over on the side with that 16-point collection as Ricky Brown for the Warriors nets another. And they perked up on the foul line where last night they couldn't buy one. They're flawless tonight. They are 8 for 8. 46-42. Outside left, Bradley with the ball. Puts it on top to Roby. They drop off. He takes the invitation, but then gives it up to Bradley. He goes baseline, and Free fouls him. Free, having come back into the ball game, teaming up with Romar in the backcourt, and now Adams brings Carroll and Williams back in for their second shift of the night. King will remain on the bench. Tonight's game is being brought to you by Toyota, who invite you to see all the 1982 Toyota cars and trucks at your local Toyota dealer. Oh, what a feeling to drive a Toyota. All right, here's Bradley on the line. The Warriors now have Carroll at center. Sam Williams is back. And Short moves up to a forward now. That's the front line, while Free and Romar are the back court. First shot good by Bradley, who was hit 6 of 7 this year in his rookie season out of Wyoming. This one is good. 46-44. Warriors hanging tough with a 2-point lead here. Romar up the left side. Henderson's pressure not seeming to bother him. Over to Free on the left. He fakes, dribbles on the younger Bradley, gets into the lane. Roby knocks it away. Carroll picks it up, and like mosquitoes are buzzing around him, and Bradley knocks it away and out of bounds. Carroll indicates, I got hacked, but nothing was called. Free thus far in the ballgame has 4 points for the Warriors as he comes back in. Now to JB, outside into World. World from the left, comes off Carroll's screen, draws traffic, fire to Romar. Daylight from 22 feet right, surround and out with a jumper. The rebound tip no good by Sham. The next tip, still battle for out of bounds. They say off Carroll, it's a Boston ball. Up the floor now comes Henderson with the ball. 4:10 to go in this second quarter. To McHale outside. Top of the key to Roby. Sam Williams guarding Roby, and Carroll is on McHale. Dribble drive Henderson, right. Shut up on the baseline. Whirls up a jumper, and it's good. Romar denied him the baseline, but he went for the jumper and buried it to tie it at 46 all. Now back up is Romar again. Works right side. Sam Williams trying to post. Can't get free. Romar in a drive all the way, but he's low on the iron with the ball, and the chip no good by Carroll. He's falling on the floor. Everybody after it finally rolls off to short. He cranks it to Carroll. Baseline right. Line drive jumper. No good. Gobbled up by McHale. Back out now to Henderson. Up the floor. Still tied. Henderson to the left. Shovels a blind pass into McHale. Trying to get to the post. He hooks. It's no good. He draws the foul. McHale will be on the line. Romar is nailed with a foul call as McHale came down with a rebound in a lot of Warrior traffic. He saw Williams lunging past him and then was ready to go up, and on the subsequent spin into the air and attempt to hook it in, that's when Romar fouled it. No good off the back iron. McHale, 82% this year. And makes one of the two, and the Celtics are back in front 47-46. Joe Hassett from nearby Providence is in the ball game. A lot of Hassett's friends are here tonight, his family. He and Free now, the backcourt combination. Right side angle of the ball is short. He's on top. Sam Williams, Daylight, doesn't take the shot. Over to Hassett. He is fouled. Hassett looked for a second for the shot, and before he had time to think about anything else, Henderson, who had been late chasing him coming up from the baseline, ran into him, couldn't stop, and Henderson now on the 15th, Hassett on the 15th foul provided by Henderson gets to the line. Here's Joe, the three-point expert of the Warriors. It rattles around and out. He had a bad night three-point shooting last night in Washington. Rounded in, I'm sorry, tying it up. In Washington, he was 1 for 9 last night, and he makes them both. And it's 48-47. The Warriors back in front. Here's Henderson now, faking Hassett. Can't get all the way in. Pushes back out on top. Fires to Bradley. Fakes Free off his feet. Dribbles. Gets into the air off balance. Backs it down. Off the glass. 49-48. Left side Free. Turns it on. Gets by Bradley on the baseline. Slips. Goes out of bounds. He thinks he was fouled, and he is upset. World not happy with that one. And we got a timeout call here. 2:52 to go in the second quarter. Scoreboard showing Boston 49, the Warriors 48.
This Bud's for everyone who's in the groove. It's 5 minutes on the upswing of 5. Outside at 87 degrees under sunny blue skies. Stay tuned for my man Flash. I'm moving out of here, having myself an ice cold brew. Yeah, just for you. That distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser. All you do is for you. I know.
This year, picture all your holiday stories with a special 3-pack of Kodak film.
Captured a tight ball game. Thus far, the Warriors have played well enough tonight. If they had played half as well in Washington last night, they would have at least been in a tight ball game and maybe would have won it. If they'd played this well last night, they probably would have scored 100 points in the first half against the Bullets. But they just were not, for some reason, capable of any kind of an effort at all. Tonight they are. Henderson out on top now to Maxwell, who's back in the ball game along with McHale and Roby in that front line. Spin, fall back by McHale. Good on a jumper over Carroll. McHale is playing the low post and Roby high, and Carroll is guarding the man who's on the low post, in this case McHale. Free driving, runs Bradley into a whale of a pick. Fires and hits from the foul line. 51-50 Boston. Henderson gets it right back up the floor in a hurry. They always put the pressure on that defense. Bill Fitz, Celtic coach, hollering along the sideline. Pass outside goes to Maxwell, guarded by Short. In now low to Bradley. A Burley guard turns, banks, and won't go. Sam Williams keeps the rebound alive. Snatched by Bradley, but he loses control and goes out of bounds. Bradley is a powerfully built young man. Free starts up the floor for the Warriors now. Bradley picks him up. Free on the right side. Head fake, drives baseline, cut off for a moment behind the plane of the backboard. This pass hits the board, comes off to Bradley, outlet to Henderson streaking. Short makes him pull up, but he shoots the jumper in. 2 bounces and home. 53-50. A 10-footer. Down to a minute 42 to go now in this second quarter. Short outside right for the ball. Feeds on top to Sam Williams. McHale keeps it tight guarding him. Flicks it over to Free. Now down low to JB against Roby's body pressure. Hooks it over and good. 53-52. Lead pass now to Roby. Out ahead and dunks. That's what we talked about early. On a transition off the other team's basket, off a defensive rebound or a steal, their big man will get up the floor. Because Carroll was inside, nobody else was able to pick him up for some reason. Left side angle now. Hassett with the ball. Goes toward the corner. Bounce one in low to JB. Back out to Hassett. He throws it away into the seat. 55-52. The unofficial turnover tally is 10 apiece now. Boston leading could build their biggest lead if they score in this sequence. Right side, McHale faces up. Carroll on him outside. Now down low to Roby against Sam Williams. Left-hand hook. No good up the glass. Rebound out of bounds. Carroll had jumped a little soon. It came off at an odd angle. He was way up, and it hit him, looked like the chest, and bounced out before he could get his hands up. Celtics want a 20-second timeout here, which they'll use to talk things over with Bill Fitch. That's why he wanted it for this scoring sequence. Let's pause for station identification. This is the Warriors Basketball Network. Bill King back at Boston Garden, where the Celtics trying for the 11th win of the year, and the Warriors trying to get back on the win trail after losing in Washington last night, are in a tight one. 3-point lead Boston. Fitch wanted to make something meaningful out of this possession. He obviously diagrammed a play on the out of bounds. McHale will inbound right side baseline. Out in the side, and it goes cross corner and diagonally out of bounds. He misread Roby. Nobody touched it. Warrior ball. So they got nothing out of that 20-second timeout. Here's Free, zigzag dribble, explodes to the hoop. Over the top, a block by McHale. The ball comes out to Bradley on a drive, and a dunk at the other end, just like that. McHale landed heavily on his tailbone and is hurting some. Great block. 57-52. It looked like Free had gotten free for a big hoop. Outside Hassett fakes, and we got a whistle, and traveling apparently on Hassett. That's what it is. And now Roby is still hurting, or not Roby. Here's that McHale block for our TV viewers with the left hand. McHale is still bending over, hurting some. Now he's coming out high, trying to set a pick, but still hurting as Henderson shoots the jumper, and it's around and in. And suddenly the Celtics have a 7-point lead. In this last 50 seconds, it was just 3. Warriors have only 5 seconds, and it's knocked away from Short, and it goes out of bounds. And these last seconds of play have proven disastrous to the Warriors in this second quarter. Roby outside. Williams blocks his would-be three-pointer. Blocks another jumper after he got it back. And Sam Williams saves the Warriors the agony of wondering whether Roby might be able to hit one and finish off that flurry. McHale, meantime, who landed heavily on his tailbone after that shot block a few moments ago, was bending over. He is in considerable pain. Walks out, obviously very stiffly, and in a very inhibited fashion. As the first half has come to an end, it is Celtics 59, Warriors 52. The Boston Garden, the Warriors and the Celtics in a tight ball game that opened up to its biggest gap just before the half ended. In the last 50 seconds of play, the Celtics had a 3-point lead in the game at that time. Called the 22nd timeout, obviously to set up something to get a more certain basket. Blew that possession, but in a quick flurry wound up with 4 more points to none for the Warriors as a result of 2 Warrior turnovers and quick reaction by the Celtic ball club, along with a great block by Kevin McHale. And that really was what seemed to trigger that outburst. And it's a much different ball game, especially against a team with the confidence, the poise, and the talent of the defending champion Celtics when they lead you by just 3 at half as opposed to the present 7 at halftime. For that matter, had McHale not been able to make the block, it might not have been even as much as 3, because Free looked like a sure thing to get that ball down, driving right to the hoop from straight in front when McHale rejected it. Larry Bird tonight has 16 points to lead the Boston scoring. Played magnificently for all but the last 4.5 minutes of the first half of the ball game, and is so typical of the Boston club of the balance. Beyond Bird 16, nobody has double figures, but Archibald checked in with 9. Robert Parrish with 8. Off the bench, McHale had 7. Henderson tallied 6. Bradley, the rookie guard, had 6. Roby had 4. And Chris Ford, starting guard, had 2. Now, Cedric Maxwell didn't score in the first half of the ball game tonight for the Boston Celtics. It's been a relatively foul-free game, although the Warriors have had the worst of it in the number of fouls. At this point, they've been nailed for 11 personals, and the Celtics for 2, 4, 6, just 8 in the ball game. Free throws really haven't been that big a factor, but the Warriors have done as well as you can do. After going a horrendous 9 of 22 last night in Washington, they've converted 10 of 10 in the first half here tonight in Boston, while the Celtics have gone 7 for 11. The Warriors scoring for the first half. Joe Barry Carroll has 12. 10 of those came in his first shift when he played the entire 12 minutes of the first quarter before coming out for his first rest. And they have good balance. Maybe it's the Celtic influence a little bit. Sam Williams had 6. Bernard King had 6. Free had 6. Mike Gale 4. Off the bench came Ricky Brown, who had one of his better backup shifts for Carroll tonight in the first half. He had 4. Sonny Parker tallied 4. Lorenzo Romar, who gave them very good service when he took over for Gale at the point guard, tallied 6. Short had a pair, and Joe Hassett, playing late in the first half, had a pair. One thing significant, perhaps, is that when Adams went back in the middle and later second quarter to bring back Free, Carroll, Sam Williams in the ball game, he did not bring back Bernard King. Now, whether that's indicative of King having more problems with that ankle, or whether he just felt that matchups at that point pointed more toward the substitutions, we don't know, because we're not that close to the bench where we really have a chance to talk with Al. But we will keep a weather eye now to see whether Bernard will start in the second half of this ball game. The Warriors and the Celtics, their first of 2 meetings this year, and at halftime, Boston 59, the Warriors 52. We'll be back with more halftime activity. The ultimate future of Danny Ainge, the multi-talented former college basketball star, and for 2 years an infielder with the Toronto Blue Jays of the American League during the American League baseball season. As I think all of you know, Ainge had seemingly irrevocably committed himself to baseball as recently as last spring, in conversations with another number of people, including yours truly. But for reasons known perhaps only to Danny, he decided that he eventually was going to cast his lot with the Celtics, who had drafted him in the previous college basketball draft last spring, despite the fact that he was already playing pro baseball and it indicated a negative attitude toward playing in the NBA. Whatever the reason for his change during the summer, it became less eventual and more immediate in his mind that he wanted to become a Celtic. Well, the Blue Jays felt they had an investment involved there, and they wanted some sort of compensation. Word was that it was $1 million. There have been long conversations between the Celtics and the Blue Jays, and between the Celtics and Ainge, insofar as trying to strike some kind of a contractual agreement in the event that the Celtics are able to get rights to Ainge from the Blue Jays, which a court decision has said they must do first. Well, this was in the Boston Herald American today. Mangurian, the owner of the Celtics, Harry Mangurian, puts the ball in Ainge's court. He said within 72 hours he wants it settled for now, one way or the other. He has made Ainge an offer that apparently was 5 years for something like $1,300,000 and some $1,000. but that thus far has not been satisfactory. He says, we don't know where we go from here, but Danny's going to have to make up his mind. Meantime, if Ainge does not sign with the Celtics before next June 7th, the next college draft, he would go back into the draft hopper and anybody could draft him. The Danny Ainge situation here that is very theoretical. A lot of people feel that if Danny Ainge had come to the Celtics and been able to have a preseason and become a member of the roster, he could make a valuable contribution to the club, because a lot of people observing the Celtics frequently continue to feel that if they have any area where they might have larger problems by position in quest of a second consecutive NBA championship is at guard, where Ainge would play. But now it would seem that with the season already 12 games old before tonight, and with him having not played basketball since last spring, not having had an indoctrination period of preseason with the Celtic Ball Club, that even if they were to clear all obstacles and make agreements, that Ainge, to be really helpful to the Celtic club before the season was over, might be stretching the dimension of hope a little bit. That may be the reason that Harry Mangurian, the owner today, said that the offer is on the table and it's up to the Danny Ainge and Danny Ainge's agent combination to decide whether he wants to play for that kind of money or not. That's sort of an oversimplification, but basically that's what it is. Apparently what has the Celtic management a bit concerned is a contention that other NBA teams have, quote, tampered with Ainge. That is, trying to whisper sweet nothings in his ear that if perhaps he didn't sign with the Celtics, he could go back into the college draft hopper next spring, and these other unnamed teams or team might draft him and effect a better financial agreement. Ainge's manager has said, no, we have not talked to other NBA teams. Perhaps NBA teams talked to the Toronto Blue Jays of baseball, trying to make some sort of an agreement to get rights to it. That's where the Danny Ainge situation is in Boston right now, and it's something that came to greater light today after lying somewhat dormant in recent weeks. Here in Boston, the Warriors are the second game of their Thanksgiving week road trip, trailing 59-52 to the champions at halftime, and we'll be back with a third quarter right after this timeout.
The 1980 Winter Olympics. Hockey team captain Mike Ruzioni helped clinch the gold for the U.S.
I'm Mike Ruzioni, the artist. Budweiser asked me to paint with these to help raise funds for America's Olympic athletes. Now you can own my painting and help our athletes train for 84. After all, there are a lot of Picassos. There's only one, Ruzioni.
Call 1-800-325-1488 for more information.
Your Whirlpool dealer is stocked up on some of the biggest appliance values of the year. He's making special offers on some of Whirlpool's most popular models. Some at specially reduced prices. A limited edition model built for this event. Some with valuable premiums. Look for this special offer tag at your Whirlpool dealer today and cash in on the biggest buys in his store.
Save on televisions, appliances, and Whirlpool washers, dryers, and refrigerators now during the final hours of Miller's anniversary sale.
Presenting the new Toyota Supra at Dan Gurney. It takes the right stuff to make a great performance car. Come ride with Dan Gurney and see.
It's quick off the line, and the power just keeps coming on. That's the twin cam, 6-cylinder fuel-injected engine talking. Now, let's see the...
7-point lead at halftime for the Celtics. We don't have team shooting statistics right now. I love the charm of Boston Garden, and I hope they never tear it down. It's our last connection in some ways with the storied past of the NBA, but from a broadcast standpoint, when we work up here in the mezzanine at halftime, there are certain exasperating factors, one of which is the manner of getting statistics up to the broadcast people here is by a clothesline with a clip on the end of it, dropped down to floor level, and they attach the statistics. Someone has stolen the clip. So through all of the miracles of modern technology, we don't have any halftime shooting statistics for you right now. We have a report on Kevin McHale. And how about this for being very esoteric and medical? He has a bruised right rear end. He will play. Well, in these days of rotator cuffs and so many sophisticated medical terminologies, maybe it's refreshing to get right down to the basic elements. Now the Warriors with a 7-point deficit have a job to do here. Looking at the stat sheet in the first half of the ball game, interestingly enough, the Warriors, although Adams kept the starting group out for a good period of time in the second quarter, did bring them back for a fairly decent number of minutes late, but the starters contributed only 6 points in the second period of the game. Celtics had a good bench performance. They left Bird in much longer than any of the others, and of their starters, only 10 points came from them in the second quarter. Bernard King will start the second half for the Warriors. By the way, the New York Knicks received another blow today when it was discovered that Bill Cartwright has a fractured ring finger in his right hand, missed the game last night in Indiana, and is going to be out for maybe as much as 3 weeks. There had been rumblings in New York, excuse me, that Red Holzman might be elevated into his eventual front office job early this year if things didn't begin to pick up. But now with Cartwright's injury, those are extenuating circumstances indeed. Here's a pass into Maxwell now. Forecourt for the Celtics, out to Bird, then inside, and King fronts nicely, intercept, throws a long lead pass to Free, battling with Archibald for it. Free gets it on the baseline left, but that allows Bird to pick him up. He drops it off to Gale, coming down late. Now to Carroll, the Warriors just assembling. Now to King, who made that steal, and long outlet. Free, top of the key, dribbles to the left, goes for a jump pass to Carroll inside, knocked away by Bird, picked up by Carroll, and a foul call and a reach-in on Bird. Bird trying to help Parrish out that time. Gale will inbound left side. Lob going to rookie Sam Williams on top. Bird still guarding him. Maxwell on King. Past the right side angle to Free. Looks down for King, trying to post. We get a foul. Maxwell. King and Maxwell are two men who both like to post up a lot on their own offensive sequences. Maxwell has a size advantage on Bernard. 6'8" to 6'6". Common foul on the Celtics, their second quick team foul here. Mike Gale out front, loops one alley-oop to Free, brings it down underneath, tries to put it up, blocked by Maxwell, who gets it. Maxwell midcourt to Archibald, hardly saw it in time, then smokes one to Parrish, left to the key, dribbles, looks, 7-footer, goes off the front iron. The rebound batted into the air once, twice, falls on the baseline, goes out of bounds, Warrior ball. Nobody able to score yet. It's important if the Warriors could get a couple of hoops back-to-back, interspersed with a good defensive sequence. They had one good defensive sequence on King's steal, but couldn't convert. That could bring it right back to a tight game. On the other hand, if the Celtics peel off 2 or 3 hoops in a row, then the Warriors are looking at a pretty tough deficit. Left side, Williams guarded by Bird, back out on top to Bernard. King bounces it to Carroll, but Parrish intercepts. Good anticipation on a fronting play. The Bird tip pass to Archibald. Now the board, he got out of control and knocked over King, and wraparound pass went out of bounds. So the Warriors get it back on another turnover. Had all of that succeeded, it would have been dazzling indeed. Gale brings it up the floor. Carroll working a high post. Parrish guarding. Gale guarded by Archibald. Reverses. Top of the key pass now to Williams against the reaching of Bird. Left side angle to King. Starts to dribble on Maxwell, who shuts him off on the baseline. Bird double teams. King bank shot. No good. Tip taken by Carroll. Puts it back up. Rejected by Parrish. Goaltending Parrish. 59-54. JB gets the basket. That will give him 14. Still no shooting percentages available. Up the floor now, Archibald with the ball. Top of the key, outside of Bird on the right. Bird holding, waiting. Feeds to Parrish, stepping out high. Carroll didn't follow him all the way out. Left side angle to Archibald. Backs up with a dribble. Ford fell down on the other side. Thought he was fouled. Archibald drives the lane. Misses the right-hand layup. Rebound Carroll. But nobody shut it off after he beat the guards on the outside. Free with the ball on the left side. Stop and go dribble. Hershey jerk to the foul line. Shot over Ford. No good. Rebound taken out by Parrish. Drop picked up by Carroll. Wheels up a hook. It's no good. Snapped up again by Parrish. Out left to Archibald. Midcourt the ball. 4-on-3. Down the slide he goes. Deals to Maxwell. In from the left. Ducks under a man. Ducked under Gale. Just raised up and put it in. 61-54. Gale up the left side with the ball now. Most expensive stat runner in basketball, John Miller, has just delivered the halftime stats now. Right side angle, Free with the ball. Left side angle to Gale. Up he goes. 21-foot jumper is perfect. Mike Gale hitting. Mike is 3 for 3 tonight. Long pass to Parrish. That early release. Here comes Carroll. He shoots over and good. JB couldn't get down in time. Gale had gotten down but couldn't pick him up, and Adams looks grumbly, to say the least, over there as the Warriors called timeout. 9:08 to go, third quarter. Celtics 63, Warriors, and you can catch that one-time only TV offer 2 tickets for the price of 1 and the $7 seats at the Coliseum Arena for the game with the Warriors and the Kansas City Kings, Saturday night, December 12th. This offer expires at the end of this telecast, and the tickets must be picked up beginning November 30th through noon, Friday, December 11th at the Coliseum Arena box office. So make that call right now. Warriors forecourt, free with the ball, deals left-handed to Gale, then to King. Maxwell nearly got the ball, but King backs up the dribble now outside to Free on the right side for the jumper, up and good. Free with an 18-footer. Good swing of the ball to get the open man that time. Archibald top of the key, 63-58. Warriors trail. Bird steps out, takes a pass left side. King guarding, facing up. Bird soft pass into Parrish, wide post left. Back to Bird in the perimeter, pump fake, whistle inside, a foul. King trying to circle Maxwell underneath to get into rebounding position, called for a push. Bernard hit with his first foul in this half and his second for the game. Archibald with the ball top of the key. Out to Bird, comes off the screen, drives, one big step to the hoop, scores, and a left-hander. There was a whistle, but it was only to indicate goaltending had it not gone in. King on the left side with the dribble. King back squeeze in the lane, and he's fouled on the way up. Backing Maxwell up, he had Bird coming over and Parrish also after him to try to snuff out that shot attempt. Tonight's game being brought to you by Anheuser-Busch, Brewers of Michelob. Put a little weekend in your week. Bird was hit with a foul, and King's first free throw in and out. And that's the first Warrior miss tonight. They're 10 for 10 before then. They were being out-rebounded at halftime, 26-17, and that's one tail of the game. This shot is good, 65-60. Archibald forecourt with the ball out on top. Picks up his dribble, looking for the patterns to develop, and Carroll fronts Parrish, goes after the ball, knocks it away, picked up by Parrish. Now to Archibald, flips it over to Ford to the right, countered by Gale, back to Bird. Bird's pass off the hands of King, picked up by Parrish, dropped by him, scooped up by Free, hurries up the floor, scattered 3 on 2, zigs into the lane, dumps it off to the left to King, driving, pulling up, hook shot, goaltended by Parrish, just in front of the iron. 65-61. Parrish that time went up after it, but King had gotten the ball to the apex of its arc. Archibald left side, now goes to Bird, in deep to Maxwell, turns, the ball chopped away, and we got a foul call as he turned on King. Carroll was there, along with Bernard, and Sam Williams was called for it. Sam's saying, why me? And I'd be curious to see a replay on that. It looked to me like he was the least culpable of anyone there. Maxwell on the line. Maxwell has hit 31 of his last 35 coming into the game tonight. Had not scored at halftime, but has 1 hoop in the second half, and this is his first free throw attempt. Around and off, no good. This one is good, 66-61. Here's Gale up the floor, giving to Free. Chris Ford guarding. Ford always a tough, tenacious defender. Free brings it on to the left side to Gale, looking now to King, posting Maxwell, back out on top. Gale, foul line jumper, got it. That's what he does very well. We commented last night. He finds that open place when he hits the man inside. He always moves once he's made the pass rather than just stand. 66-63, Celtics by 3. Bird in deep to Ford, one-on-one, turns his back to Free, wheels up the hook, no good. Slashing rebound by the leaping Sam Williams. Back out it now comes to World. Comes up the floor on the right side. Stop, shoots a jumper from 21, around and out. Bird and Parrish after it, and Parrish comes down with the rebound, left-hand outlet to Archibald. We got a travel. He made a quick whirl move on Free, who was rushing up the floor, and Archibald called for walking. Warriors rebounders in the first half. Sam Williams, the only man who had more than 2. As right now, Bill Fitch is upset. Didn't think that traveling call was right. Free with a chance to close the gap to a point now if the Warriors can make something of this possession. World outside on the right. Carroll trying to post up. Parrish leaning on him, very wide. Carroll takes it, shoots it over him. Good! 17-footer near the right baseline. Carroll with 16, and the Warriors have chopped that deficit down to 1 from the earlier 7. Left-handed Archibald on the left side. Crosses over the top of the key. Deals an underhand bullet to Bird. Back out on the point to Tiny. He holds it over the head. Drives inside Gale, down the lane. Swatted down on a draw shot. Carroll's the man who made the block and gets the bounce. Back over to Gale. Gale mid-court with the ball. Out top of the key. Soft pass to Williams. Turns, shoots it over Bird. Bouncing too hard. Rebounded by Parrish. Warriors could have gone on top. Now to Archibald. Possible 3-on-3 down the lane all the way under Gale. Flips it high up the glass and in. Used the right hand. So Archibald with that penetration again. Tiny now has 11 for the game. Gale with the ball, forecourt. Archibald guarding. Gale backs up the dribble. Now outside to the right to Williams. Bird plays him tight on the outside. Knocks it away with those quick hands, but it's out of bounds. Warriors get it back. They have just 8 seconds on the shot clock now. Lee Jones threw it to Gale, who was only halfway looking, and he ducked in like a bullet. It flew over K.C. Jones on the bench of the Celtics. King gets it, wheels in front, bounce one to Carroll, shoots it over Bird down low and scores, and the Warriors are back within one. Carroll with a little 4-footer. Archibald top of the key, and straight away to Perry. Perry steps flat, he'll shoot the jumper, and it's good from the foul line area. Carroll had sunk back inside the foul line. 70-67. Gale out on top of the ball. Warriors trying to post Carroll. He and Parrish bumping hard. To pass into J.B. Turns and hooks. No good. The foul Parrish. So the ex-Warrior fouls the current Warrior here. Tonight's game is being brought to you by RCA and your Northern California and Western Nevada RCA dealers. For Parrish, that's only the second foul. Celtics have nobody with as many as 3 fouls. First shot down, and the next one is good. And it's 70-69. And Carroll in this quarter has 8. For the game, he has 20 now. Archibald into the forecourt. Tiny on the left side. Fires out to Ford. Looks into a low-posting Maxwell. But gives it up to Parrish on top. Bounce it over to Bird. Weak side right. He's got daylight and backs it down. 15-footer. Bird with 20 now. Gale, forecourt, across the center circle. Right side. Archibald. Mild pressure out on top. Free can't get free from a denial by Ford. Gale has to go to Williams. Williams tries to hit Free, cutting, but it's out of bounds. Ford doing a tough job on Free that time. Kevin Gravy did a pretty good denying job on World at times in last night's game at Washington. Warriors 3 down. Boston out of the attack. Archibald picks up his dribble out front, feeds to Bird in the right mismatch. He's got Free on him. Over the shoulder, two-hand pass, knocked out of bounds. Almost a blind pass to Parrish. Carroll deflected it away. 9 seconds on the shot clock coming in. Baseline out toward the right corner. Parrish will trigger the pass. Celtics lined up 4 in tandem at the right of the lane, ready to scatter. Ford takes a bounce. No, he never gets it. We got a whistle. Did he kick the ball? Yes. Carroll kicked the ball. So it's going to be a new 24-second count. The inbound pass now. Archibald gets it back. Gets to Bird out front. And to Maxwell around the horn, left side angle to Ford. Down low to Bird, posting up, left of the feet, backs away. Whips a bullet to Parrish. Drive. Here comes Swindle. Oh, he was lightning that time. That ignited the fans here. Here's an interception by Ford. Now back to Archibald. Behind the back to Bird. Pull up 10-footer. Good. And an enraged Adams wants a timeout. That's just what you don't want when you're playing in the home of the Celtics. To let somebody really get loose like that and turn the crowd on and then get another steal, and suddenly you are in trouble, as the Warriors are now. 4:23 to go. Third quarter, Celtics 76, Warriors 69. So in the course of less than a half a minute, the Warriors have gone from just trailing by 2 to trailing by 7. They compounded the problem created by Parrish's inspiring dunk by making a bad pass that Ford picked off. Free runs forward into a tremendous hit by Larry Smith, but no foul call. Into King down low, turnaround. Parrish almost blocked it, but it goes down. I thought they might call a foul. I thought they might call something, but King worked it rather loosely tonight. They're letting him play. 76-71. Left side, Art pass over the three in the back. Tiny gets it back to Ford. Outside, long bounce. Good three-points. So the Warriors, in a way, broke up the pass, but it got a payoff for the Celtics. 79-71, their biggest lead. Critical time for the Warriors now to stay in it. Gale at the left side. Out on top to J.B. But he's at 32 feet. Gives it back to Gale. Drives. Cut off top of the key. Bounce pass deep to Smith. Turnaround one-hander. Over the iron. No good. Carroll rebounds, puts it home. JB now with 22 for the night. Archibald up the floor. Gale reaching. Archibald blows by him down the lane. Runs over King. Oh, they call blocking on King. That looked like a horrible call on originally viewing. Madden might look better on a replay, but it appeared to me that King was waiting for that play all the way. We'll see if we can see it on a replay screen. Well, you didn't really get a decision on that because you couldn't look at him as the play developed on a wider basis. Now, we have a view right now for our TV viewers. Terrible call. Awful call. Here's Archibald with a shot number 1. It's short off the iron. 79-73. Got it. 1 out of 2. 80-73 Boston. Romar is now in the back court for Gale. Picked up by Archibald. Bird is guarding Larry Smith. Maxwell is on King as he was earlier. Free now on the left, looking for King, being carried. Takes it in the left, back on the point for free fakes. Rise, splits 2 men down the lane, puts it up and in. 5-footer. Free now with 10. 80-75, 2:50 to go in this third quarter. Archibald gives kind of a settle it down sign. Celtics going to their movement away from the ball. Parrish posts up on the left. Bird's working baseline. Archibald finds Bird from the left. Comes driving across the lane. Bangs one off the glass. No good. The rebound loose out of bounds. Off the Warriors. Celtics leading rebounders in the first half. Roby had 7 to lead everybody in 12 minutes. Out in the right corner to Archibald. Short toss into Parrish. Posting right of the key. Fakes. Spins up a right-hand hook. No good. Romar, the smallest man, gets the rebound. Comes up dribbling right side. Slows it down. Now waits for the rest of the Warriors to fill in their spots. The King at the left side looking for Smith, trying to post Bird. Pass to Smith, backs up the dribble, turnaround shot, way off the glass, no good. Bird's just not letting him have anything inside. Outlet from Parrish on the rebound. It's knocked away by Free. It hit Bird and goes out of bounds. So inbounding now, the Warriors will be having the possession. Free brings it up the right side. Free, stop and go dribble. Shoots the jumper over the screen. It's no good. He had a whistle. And it's going to be, I believe, on Ford. It is. Free gets to the line. Ricky Brown in for Carroll now with 2 minutes, 3 seconds left in this third quarter. Warriors have fallen as far as 8 behind. They're back by 5 now. 2 shots for World. They are 13 of 15 tonight. Now he hits the first to advance it to 14 of 16. Has 11 points. And gets it. 80-77, and the Warriors pestily push themselves back within 3. The veteran Archibald up into the forecourt now. Back in the early 70s, he once led the league in assists and points the same year. Jump shot by Ford, bounces twice and no good, and a 3-point try from the left corner, rebounded by Smith. Now to Romar, up to King, driving through the hoop. Bird with a great over the top block. Romar gets it. Misses a 10-footer out of the lane. Bird the rebound. Now to Ford. Ford slows it down to Bird. Top of the key, fakes the pass and deals over to Ford. All night to shoot an open one-hander. No good. Bird gets the deflected rebound and scores. Did practically everything on that whole sequence, starting with the shot block. Boy, can he get a crowd in a frenzy. Right side, Free with the ball. Free crossover dribble drive down the lane. Lofts one over Parrish, but it's short. Knocked away by Smith. Picked up by Maxwell. Celtics have a 4-on-2. There's Archibald down the lane. Drops the Parrish. Lifts it through. Filling the left lane. And back-to-back hoops put the Warriors back down now by 7. Pass to King, then to Romar in the backcourt to get away from the pressure of Archibald. Boston can explode for a series like that just really takes away everything they've done. King dribble drive in from the left. He is hammered on a shot that doesn't go. Maxwell is just not letting Bernard get up that soft floater, that jump hook, that reverse turn. He's tried several different ways to do it. Maxwell's long arms and 2 inches in height, a big factor. He took away a would-be drive a little bit earlier, but there's the shot block on Bernard, filling the lane a moment ago by Bird. That is worth embedding in one's memory for more than a short time. Bernard's first shot is good. 84-78, and again, 84-79, so they keep pecking away. King has 7 in the quarter, 13 in the game. Carroll took a seat on the bench with 20 for the game thus far. Bird, top of the key, one-hand jumper. Down! So much that he can do to you. 10 points in the quarter, 26 in the game for Larry Bird. Short the right side. Outside it goes to Smith. Back to Romar. The Warriors again 7 back. Flips one to Short. He just came into the game in the right corner. Low baseline right to King behind the plane of the backboard. Now to Short. Double team. Gets up a jumper with time running down on the clock. And it's no good. Maxwell out. Rebounds Larry Smith. Then it goes to Archibald up the middle. Backs Romar up. Deals out to Perry. Space up 15-foot rainbow. No good. Rebound taken by Short. The Warriors start back up the floor. Short double dribbles. He dropped the ball, picked it up, and then bounced it. 3 seconds left. He was intent on getting it up the floor. Now the Celtics have a chance to get a shot up here. They lead by 7. Bird lobs one down low. Maxwell makes a reverse spin, plays it in, beats the clock. And the Warriors get burned and fall back by 9 as the Celtics, 3 seconds, got the ball down low to Maxwell, and he still got the hoop. As the 1 second ticked off, it was going through. End of 3, Celtics 88, Warriors 79. Updated scores now. Third quarter, Cleveland 78, Indiana 73. And in the second, the Lakers 58, San Antonio 55. Celtics come from the bench with Roby. Here's Maxwell on that last score. What happened was that the Warriors did not put much defense down low. They concentrated their defense out on the floor and to challenge the pass. And once they got it to Maxwell, he had one-on-one with King with no help for Bernard. All right, on the left side, Romar with the ball into the forecourt. It's Romar along with Short, Smith, King, and Brown. Left side, Romar with the ball. Gerald Henderson guarding him. Romar dribbles into the lane, pulls up, has to force it up a bit. It's Short. Guide in, try, no good, but then Smith, who tried it, bats it in. 88-81. Larry's not been able to get much on the boards tonight. They've really done a good job of trying to keep him off of him. Maxwell left side. Now to Ford on the point, faking it Short. They clear it out, and he drives, has a step. Short fouls him as he tries to strip him of the ball, and Ford will get 2 shots, I believe. He will. Chris Ford that time, low, Short just enough, and he got that first step, got him on the hip, and he knew he had him. Tonight's game is brought to you by Budweiser, the king of beers. Reach for that distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser. For all you do, this Bud's for you. First shot is good, 89-81. Warriors now looking at a very tough deficit. No good off the back iron. The rebound knocked around, picked up by Larry Smith. Celtics haven't shot that well on the line tonight. Up the floor now comes Romar with the ball on the left side. Heels off to King, out on top to Smith. Bird guarding. Smith pass over to Brown. Whirls away from Ford. He's open. Shot no good from the foul line area. Loose ball out of bounds. They give it to Boston. Brown had a mismatch with Chris Ford, but he even spun away and lost him completely, but couldn't bury it. So the Warriors now need to increase the momentum, and it's hard to do it. On the Celtic home court, Carroll getting off the Warrior bench. Bird from the left dribbles, protects the ball with his body, fires over to the right side angle. It goes to Roby, and he's fouled by Ricky Brown as he started to dribble. Carroll in for Brown now. Carroll will be guarding Roby. Earlier tonight, when Roby and McHale were in at the same time, he guarded McHale. McHale may not return with that bruised tailbone. Bird in the right side angle. Nice swing it around to the left of the little guard Henderson. Back on the point to Bird, around the perimeter to Ford. Into Roby, low posting now in the lane. Turn left hand hooks, bounces twice and out. Roby, great timing, got the rebound, can't hold on. And it's a save on the baseline by King. Out to Romar, burning down the floor with a dribble. And he brings it out. There's a man waiting inside. It is Bird, and he can block that shot on a little man. Here's King on the left side, backing up the dribble aggressively. Double team, dumps it to a slicing Carroll. Finger roll, partly blocked by Bird, taken by Maxwell. Celtics smothering the inside. Now to Bird, stops. Puts a pass, broken up by King. Out of the air, Romar with the ball. Comes the other way. Feeds to King. He is really low bridge by Bird. And foul. Two very extremely intense competitors. King glared for a moment once he was on the deck. Bird reached down to help him up. King disdained the hand. Holy Toledo. No shooting. It was a common foul. In it goes now to Carroll. Turnaround. Good. A low post left. 89-83. Warriors playing with a lot of aggressiveness here tonight. Bird over right side angle to Ford. Now down to Bird, rolling down low, shoots it over Larry's head to arch it more than he wanted. Loose ball foul on the rebound. They called it on J.B. Carroll. Free is returning to the game now for King, and Short will move to a forward spot. 3 team fouls on the Warriors, only 1 on the Celtics. Henderson out on top against Romar, dribbles the foul line, pumps the jumper. Good. Henderson, who had poor shooting early this year, in the last 5 games began to find a range, been shooting over 50% in those games. Romar on the right side, the Warriors 8 down. Tough to string a whole lot of points together against this Celtic team. Now, Short feeds over to Free, who's out of control on the left, saves it, toe dancing on the side, only 6 seconds. Now to Carroll, back to Free, drives the lane, splits 2 men, throws up a prayer and draws a foul. No chance to make the shot, but he knew there was contact coming, and Ford called for the foul, and Free gets a pair. Sorry, they called it on Henderson. It's on Henderson, and that's 3, while the Celtics team-wise have 2. Free barely saved that ball on the deflection earlier and initiated the play, and he just had to do whatever was available because a little time remained. He is at the line hitting, and it's now 91-84 as he missed the first, made the second. Forecourt now with the ball is Henderson. Fires it over to Ford in the left corner. Free jumping at him. Feeds over to Maxwell. He wheels on Short. Takes him deep. Fires to Bird. Right corner. 15-footer. No good up the iron. Smith comes up with a rebound. Short pass to Romar. Heads for the middle. 3-on-3. Not well set up yet, though. He'll take a jumper himself. 13-footer. Straight away. No good. Larry Smith with a huge leap. Fouled Bird as he got the rebound. And that's 4 on the Warriors. Smith obviously perturbed by that call. Smith, a rugged sort of rebounder who knocks bodies around a bit, and he feels his has been knocked about some tonight, so turnabout was fair play, but they nailed him for it. Roby outside to Bird, perimeter, takes Smith off the floor, dribbles, deals to Roby, waiting, foul line, jump shot, over and off. Rebound, foul, loose ball, and I think that's going to be Short backing in. It is. Purvis Short backed into his man on the board, and that is 5 team fouls. And that will work against the Warriors now. They're already 7 down. We have 8:37 to go. Maxwell, a good foul shooter at the line. The Warriors in the game are 18 of 20 free throwing, and Boston is only 10 of 17. But that hasn't been enough to cut down the other Celtic advantages. Maxwell misses. He has missed 2 out of 3 after making 31 of his last 35. Bird comes out. Bird comes out earlier in this half than he did in the first half. McHale is in for him. Maxwell makes 1 of the 2. 92-84. Backcourt pressure by Ford. Ford never fleet of foot, but always is in motion on defense, harrying somebody. Hassett is now at the guard opposite Free, and Romar is out, and we got Roby pushing against Gilberry Carroll. That'll be team foul number 3 on the Celtics. Hassett ready to inbound now. Goes to Carroll out in the right. And to Hassett in the corner. Then to J.B. Very wide baseline. Spins, dribbles, pulls up. Nice block by McHale coming over the top. Loose ball deflected to Hassett in the lane. 10-footer won't go. Rebounded by Roby. Up the floor to Maxwell. Maxwell on a drive to McHale. Back to Maxwell. Fills the lane to score to the right side. Celtics first 10-point lead of the night at 8:04 to go. Pass into Carroll now. Carroll turns, dribbles, hooks, low on the iron. Rebound, Roby protects the ball from Smith. Out it goes to Henderson, and the Celtics are storming. A long pass too high, intended for McHale and out of bounds. Warriors take a timeout here, trying to stem the tide. As he picked up beginning November 30th through noon Friday, December 11th at the Coliseum Arena box office in Oakland. Call now, 638-6000. Orders taken for this game only. And the date of the game we're talking about is the 12th of December. Here's Hassett up the floor now for the Warriors, guarded by Henderson, steers him into Short's pick. Hassett on the outside, picks up the dribble, goes to Free, looks deep. Carroll being fronted. Free starts to dribble, got a piece of it by Ford. Free getting it back, feeding Short on the right for the open jumper, good. 15-footer, 94-86, 7.5 to go now. Celtics leading by 8. Henderson outside, Hassett guarding. Top of the key to Maxwell. Fakes to Henderson, trying backdoor. Henderson steps out, takes the pass, dribbles behind the pick. Has to give up a pass to Ford. Ford to Maxwell, adjusting inside. He is hammered. Trying to shovel up the ball. Celtics really responding that way very well when the Warriors disrupted what they had going. It started with Henderson having to double clutch after obviously deciding he was going to shoot the jumper. Then to Ford, and he had to recover and deal to Maxwell, and he really, until he got the ball, couldn't tell where he wanted to go and where he could go, but wound up drawing the foul. Foul was on Larry Smith, by the way, as Maxwell's first one, good. Remember, on Friday night, we'll be back with you with another simulcast. This shot is around and in. 95-86. Radio air, 96-86, I'm sorry. Radio airtime Friday will be 5:45, and the simulcast at 6. Hassett on the right side of the ball, reverses, bounces one to Smith. Guarded by McHale, then to Carroll, rolling away from Roby, and under and over, but he is fouled, and it doesn't go. Nice, fluid spin move by Carroll, but he'll go to the line for 2, not being able to get the shot down. Well, it was an anniversary of sorts today. Here's Carroll on the replay move. He put Roby in the air with that fake and then dipped underneath as JB at the line. The first one good. 22 years ago tonight, Wilt Chamberlain, then with the Philadelphia Warriors, made 10 field goals in a quarter. A Boston Garden home court record, tied later by Tommy Heinsohn. And that was when Wilt was a rookie in the NBA. Long time ago. Warriors now down by 8 after those 2 free throws by Carroll. Here's McHale down low, baseline right, backing up the dribble on Larry Smith, trying to post him, fakes, turnaround, 12-foot jumper, good! McHale out of the post, 98-88. Hassett on the left side, bounces one to Short, looking for Roby, for Carroll, fronted by Roby. Short now, twists it to Carroll, who gets it front himself, left side, baseline, turnaround jumper, no good. Free springs for the rebound underneath, clutches it up, no good. Rebound tipped by Smith, no good. Taken off by Roby, outlet to Ford, 2-on-2, slows it down, waits for the trailers. Nobody yet open, out to Roby, right corner. Roby looks to the post, that's McHale, he's fronted. Back to Ford, 6:15 to go in the game. Now to Henderson, left side angle to Maxwell. Out to Roby again. They're just working the clock down to 4 seconds. Now Maxwell behind Short, and we got a foul. They just worked the clock down almost as if they were practicing their 24-second offense. And then Maxwell rolled, took the looping pass underneath. Short fouled him, and Maxwell gets a pay. And it could be a 12-point ball game. Tonight's game is being brought to you by Toyota, who invites you to see all the 1982 Toyota cars and trucks at your local Toyota dealer. Oh, what a feeling to drive a Toyota. Maxwell on the line. Archibald has returned to the game, and now Henderson becomes the off guard. He was running the point guard role while Ford was in. Ford's now out. Maxwell hits 99-88. And the next one up, he's got it, 188. Now the 2 smallest guards, Henderson and Archibald, defending the Warriors, Hassett and Free. Free comes crouching to the court, explodes to the baseline, stops there, has to make a desperate pass. It hits Hassett in the head because he's screened by Archibald, and it bounds out of bounds. Free got himself in a bind that time. The defense collapsed on him on the baseline. You get in there, and the Celtics have you where they want you. 188. It's like driving into the valley of death. Out on top, Henderson with the ball, takes right, drives left, pulls up, over Hassett, 10-footer good. Event anniversary last night. 21 years ago last night, Chamberlain had 55 rebounds in a game, the all-time NBA record, against the Celtics for the Philadelphia Warriors, and the Celtics won it, 132-129. Three-point play completed, and it's 103-88 now. Henderson with that three-point effort. Free comes stop-and-go dribble up the floor. Sam Williams back in the game for the Warriors as is King with Carroll up front. King outside left, deep to Carroll. Dribbles into the lane, pulls up, hooks, a little short, and a very aggressive rebound spike by Williams for the hoop. 103-90. Sam has 8, King 13, Carroll 26 in the ball game. Free has 13. It kept pretty good control on World. Henderson with the dribble out on top. Works to the left against Hassett now. Bob weaves into the air with a jumper. Short, taken down by Williams. Outlet to Free at midcourt. Foul by Archibald. Archibald helped World up, and Free will go to the line for 1 and a penalty. Celtic team giving up 96.3 points a game average. Billy is in. Bradley 6'5", 215. Bird has sat down for about 3 minutes. He's in now for the finishing kick. With Roby up front and Maxwell. Free's first free throw over and in. Bradley and Archibald in the back court. This is the 37th consecutive Celtics sellout. They run second in the league in average attendance right now to Seattle. 103-92 as Free cuts it to 9 with those 2 free throws. Maxwell on the left. Out on top to Roby, looking for Bird posting, and it's deflected away by the fronting tactic of Sam Williams trying to deny him the ball. Boston's 2 losses this year, the only games in which their opponents have scored over 100 points. Hassett is out of the game now. The Warriors have Romar back in. Bradley at the left side. Whips one on top to Roby. Got a whistle inside. What is it? Foul Williams, I believe. No, maybe not. Yeah, it is, Sam. I was looking for Bird to walk to the foul line. He walked way out beyond it at first. Al Attles contemplating 4 minutes and 44 seconds and what you can do with that when you're trailing in Boston by 11. Parrish getting off the bench. Bird hits the first. His first score in the last quarter, his 27th point of the night. It is Roby coming out. Roby plays at a high intensity level. 6'11", a big fellow. If you took him and put him in the hole as just an attempt to be a dominant center, he wouldn't be. But in the Celtic system, he is so adjusted to playing the role that has been delegated to him. Bird makes it 105-92, and that's what makes a team successful. Right side, Romar spins across the top, deals it off to King. King takes a dribble opportunity and then bounces it into Free. Falls back with a turn shot, no good. Tries to draw the foul, no success. Rebound Maxwell out to Bradley, coming into the forecourt. To Archibald, back to Bradley, all alone, right corner. And it's a 15-point ball game, and the Warriors right now look like they're going to have to go to Milwaukee to get their first win on the road trip. Passed in deep to King. Cutter, hook shot, blocked by Maxwell. King came off a weak side cut, but Maxwell rejected it. That height advantage and those arms have helped Cornbread play King. Here's Bird, off the dribble. Celtics by 17, and the Warriors call another timeout. 3:55 left. Boston 109, the Warriors 92. Flying another championship flag this year, the 81 title. And they take their crack at trying to be a repeat champion, something nobody has done since the Celtic team of 1969. Let's pause for station identification. This is the Warriors Basketball Network.
Don't get a timeout, this is what we'll do. Quick cue, because everybody will be coming back to us for a round.
Warriors inbounding now as the Celtics have pretty much put a stranglehold on this ball game tonight. Bradley and Archibald along with Bird, Maxwell, and Parrish in the game. Right side, Romar with the ball. Some of the folks have headed for other parts after that last Larry Bird hoop. They felt satisfied, but that put the capper on it. King now can't get the pass as the defense smothers it. Bird can't recover, however, as he comes up the floor trying to try to hit the ball in the light and went out of bounds. But never gives up on it. Now Romar into the forecourt with the ball onto the right side. Backs away. Archibald shadowing him out there. Romar can't get it to Carroll. He's fronted by Perry. Now lobs one over Parrish, but Parrish picks it off anyway. Now to Bradley up the floor to Maxwell. Fills the lane from the left. Hooks one across the third. Can't get it. Knocks it down. Picked up by Archibald. He bounces to left corner. Bradley's open. Rainbow. No good. The jumper. Parrish the rebound. Brings it back out. Lobs one out on top. Archibald now has it. Fans fans, when you hear sort of a booing sound, they're chanting, do for Terry Durod, a reserve guard of the former Detroit Pistons, who's an excellent outside shooter, very popular here. Now Archibald with the ball, bounce one over in the left corner to Maxwell. Back to Archibald, shoots the jumper. No good. From the perimeter, Parrish gets another offensive rebound. Now to Bird. Bird in the right corner, shoots the one-hander. Two! Oh, what a wonderful player to watch. 32 points. So effortless. Durant is up now. He's getting ready to come into the game at the next opportunity. King in the baseline left. Double clutch shot short. They really made it tough for Bernard inside. Gets his own rebound back tenaciously to the hoop. And he is fouled, dribble driving into the lane. Here's Durant coming into the game. Bradley is coming out. Durant has been in 9 games for only a total of 82 minutes. Strange how fans latch on to certain players under certain circumstances. He's a long-distance shooter. First shot by Bernard is good. Signed as a free agent back in December of last season. Stayed with the club the rest of the way after having been with the Pistons. No good on the second shot by King. The rebound speared by Archibald, who comes up the floor quickly. Archibald now giving the ball to Maxwell outside. Now they get to Durant in the left. Free guarding him on the perimeter. Top of the key to Bird. Pump fakes. Dribble, stops. Bounce pass to the post. Parrish head faking. Spins. Lose control of the ball. Gets it back in midair. Dumps it to Archibald on a drive. Slithers through to score as he's fouled by Carroll. Somehow, Archibald has that knack of a little man in deep to get the ball out of the picket line of big man, up on the glass, and with accuracy. Carroll bumped him hard to the body, and Eric Fernston, the former USF Don, is getting ready to come in at the next opportunity. He's a reserve for this club. Shot good by Archibald. 114-93. Three-point play by Tiny. Lenny Wilkins used to be able to do that so well, too. Penetrate the inside, get that ball up with something on it. Here's the pass to Free. Baseline left. 10-foot pull-up jumper. Got it. Free for the night with 17. First field goal he's hit in the final quarter, though, as the Warriors stayed hanging tough for 3 periods, but then began to fade as the Celtics just kept the pressure on. That defense really sticky. Maxwell top of the key. Outside left to Archibald. Flips it to Perry straight away. Jump shot over Carroll. Good! Carroll stayed at the line. Perry shot at 20 feet. Took it. He's hit 3 of those. 117-95. Romar left side angle to Free. Into King. Reverse spin to the hoop. And he's hammered by Perry. King over the top to block it. McHale back in. Fernston coming in. And Maxwell, Bird, Archibald are leaving to the plaudits of the Celtic fans here. Charles Jackson is also in the game. He is a rookie second-round draft choice. They have some hopes for in the future. King that time had Maxwell beaten, but Bird and Parrish came over to try to snuff it out, and Parrish hammered him, and Bernard misses the first shot. Tracy, I don't know what Jackson I said a moment ago. Did I say Charles? I may have. It's Charles Bradley and Tracy Jackson, the 2 rookies, and it's Tracy Jackson in the game now as King misses again. 117-95. The Warriors aren't going to get to the 100 mark. Looked like they were 3 minutes ago, even if they didn't win. Durant with the ball out front, working against Romar. Here's Tracy Jackson, breaks out, takes it, dribbles to the foul line, shoots a jumper off balance, in and out. Rebound in the air, battle for it, coming down, falling down is Jackson on his knees. And Sam Williams, who was lying on his side on the floor, reached in and got a jump. Tracy Jackson, second-round pick out of Notre Dame, 215-pounder. Good jump hook shooter. And the tip controlled by Sam Williams. Hassett gets it. He and Romar in the game. Now long lead pass to King. Beautiful in stride fingertip layup. Perfect lead by Joe. 116-97. Celtics putting the finishing touches on a Thanksgiving Eve present to themselves and their fans. 35 seconds to go. Out to Tracy Jackson. In low now to Parrish. Chopped hard by King, trying a double team. Parrish will get 1 and a penalty. You notice the one thing right now the Celtics are doing. It's the time when it often turns into garbage time. The 10th, 11th, 12th men on the bench in the game. They're not up there just chasing around, playing kick the can. They're running Celtic stuff. They're running their offense. They're playing their D. It's a discipline factor, and it's important. Parrish hits the first. Sometimes a team in the NBA will get up and the young guys come in off the bench and they're out there really turning it on individualistically and having fun, but it doesn't really accomplish anything in the team sense. Both shots down, 118-97. Romar in a drive underneath, a lot of pressure. Shot smothered and taken down by Jackson. His outlet intercepted by Hassett. Bounce one to Carroll, and he's slammed. Out now to Jackson. Up the floor, 118-99. Warriors on defense, but Jackson hits the jumper over the flying Sam Williams. Warriors a chance to hit the 100-point mark here against the Celtics. 10 seconds to go. Romar being ridden hard by Jackson into the lane area and is fouled on a double-clutch jumper. And so it may be that the Celtics, for the first time this year, will give up 100 points and win. The other two times they gave up 100, they lost. Larry Bird on the bench, welcoming Parrish back as he comes out. McHale, Fernston, Jackson, Bradley, and Durrott in the game now. Eric Fernston has been a guy who fit into the Celtics concept too. He played well when he was needed. He's sat patiently when he wasn't, out of Skyline High in Oakland. Those shots down, and the Warriors get to 101. 5 seconds to go. McHale takes the pass at midcourt, goes to 22 feet, and hits from outside. 2 seconds left. And the Celtics are putting it away. Here's the length of the court pass. Fernston intercepts, throws one from the backcourt. It's in midair as the buzzer sounds, ending the ball game. And the Warriors lead 7-6 after losing their second in as many nights on this Thanksgiving week road trip. Boston 122 and the Warriors 101. A winning streak after giving the Celtics a fair tussle for about 2.5 quarters, began to slip back. At the end of 3, they were still within shouting distance, but they couldn't muster up enough lung power. And the Celtics turned it on down the stretch to win it by a score of 122-101.
Tonight's 44 sports presentation of the Golden State Warriors and the Boston Celtics has been brought to you in part by RCA and your Northern California and Western Nevada RCA dealers. By Anheuser-Busch, Brewers of Michelob. Put a little weekend in your week. And by Budweiser. For all you do, this Bud's for you. And by Toyota, who invite you to see all the 1982 Toyota cars and trucks at...
Take out.